Hello, this is me just doing a short little video about the terminology and how I understand the words invocatio and evocatio. There are different meanings in different languages, so I'm just making it how I understand it and so forth. Evoking is asking for a deity or a spirit to appear in front of you. You don't see an angel or demon standing before your eyes. Well, some people can see things with their eyes open, but they are rare. They usually use third eye vision, or the mind's eye as it's also called. Most commonly, it is just the inner sense of feeling of something different, that you might feel that there is, when it felt hopeless, that there starts to enter in hope, or that something was good and then it suddenly feels bad. So it is those, or that you might feel that the temperature shifts a bit, or something easy. And here comes the question that I've been searching answers for, since it's different in different languages, and that is the word invoking. And the general is that it is asking for a deity or a spirit to step within you for revelations, divinations and channeling. And in the Golden Dawn and those traditions, like in, I think in some Wicca as well, there is this, when they do magic in ceremonial magic in the Golden Dawn, that they assume a god form, that they visualize, let's say, an Egyptian god standing before of them, and then they step into that God in some way to have the command and the authority of the God. So that is one form that is used in those traditions, that this word might come up instead of invocation. And that's when they might feel that they are 4 meters tall and things like that can. And then there is the word possession, and that word has different uses as well and different meanings. And many things, especially in Christianity, and that invoking is the same as possession nearly, but it is a free willing possession, since you ask the spirit to enter you. And then in some of the, most, like in Southern America, Africa, different religions of course, and shamanism around the world, there is this that being ridden by a spirit, or sometimes 2 spirits. And in Wicca and witchcraft, there's been this use of aspecting. And I think that comes from the Jungian psychology, that that in light aspecting you are still aware of your surroundings, but you have the spirit within you. That you invoke the spirit, but still know who you are and what you do. And then in heavy aspecting, that is that you. It is just like Elvis has left the building. Your consciousness is not there, or maybe your soul has left your body, and afterwards you can't recall anything or know what you did. And let's say, I know that in Haiti there was a documentary that they could drink a whole bottle of let's say rum or tequila or something like that. And when the spirit left, they weren't drunk. or affected by the alcohol, so they were sober when they are back in reality. And this being ridden by spirits is a common practice in many cultures, and it might have many more names, and in different languages it has usually 5 to 6 different names, in each language I mean. And in some shamanic traditions and practices that is used, but not all. And then there are these traditions, and I know a little bit about them, but this is like hoodoo, Santeria and voodoo, and there they practice it quite a lot, what I can see. I study history more than, so this is just what I put out from there. And there are great videos, I guess, from those who practice that kind. And witchcraft all over the world, especially old traditional witchcraft from different countries. And then we had the Greek oracles in the caves that spoke with the words of the gods or something. And then there is what spiritualists, I think it started in around 1800 when they started the Spiritist movement, when people started to have seances and channel spirits. And letting the spirit communicate through you as a vessel. And they do this automatic writing. They hold a pen and paper and ask the spirit to use their hand to move the pen on the paper, and then some maybe in the early 1900s Ouija boards were made, and they were sold in regular toy stores, so they got around a lot, and then they became popular, and then they were used in Spiritism practices and so on. But most in the old traditions you used bones or runes. You cast bones or stones or runes, or looked how birds flew or something of that kind more. And psychic and mediums of today, they also channel spirits if they are on a crime scene and they want to know what happened to the victim, that they can see the place through the victim's eyes. And then there is something that is called obsession, and it's actually in Christianity it's a pre-state of possession, but that is sometimes when often young people, they are fascinated with, let's say, Venus or Aphrodite, and they want love in their life, and they try to call on the goddess, and then they start to be obsessing about this goddess, so they don't think about anything else but what the goddess wants, how they should dress for the goddess, and so on. And then we have necromancy that is been around all over the world. And that varies from some people talk to their dead grandmother, and in many, let's say Africa and many parts of the, let's say like in Russia, in Europe and so on, they use human skulls to build a spirit house, or sometimes they use a ceramic pot or a doll that the spirit has a house where to live in, or an altar for the ancestor or something where they can reside, and they give offerings to it and so on. And then there are in witchcraft and in some magic traditions that they have a spirit who runs errands, performs a task, or a tarot readers might have somebody who can look into their past or a little bit into the future to help them with their reading. And necromancy is also used in healing. In Finland, I know this was used. They went to a graveyard, and in church on Sunday, the witches could see if somebody's soul went to the graveyard instead of out, and then they knew that that person was dying, so they visited that person before they died and told the soul to take the disease from the person they wanted to help with them when they die. So that was a Finnish tradition that I personally know has been practiced during my life age. So have a magical day. Bye for now.